Welcome back. In this video, we'll look at just doing some sound. So sound is pretty basic. Now, if you want to get rid of the original sound that came with the video, you can't do that just by selecting it. You've got to do one extra step. You need to make sure you right-click on the clip and unlink the audio and the video. Usually it comes linked so that they don't get off, right? They're synchronized, but you can do that and then simply delete it, okay? Now that's one option you've got. You could just simply delete it, okay? So I've unlinked it and I've deleted it, or I could have deleted it here just by pressing the delete key. Now I'm just going to zoom in a little bit and also pull this down, okay? So I just pull that down to see that audio form a little bit better, and I can just sort of zoom in a bit. Now one thing that you can do as well is you can change the level. So if I just click right on the middle, you can drag it down or bring it up. So you can see that the dB, the decibels, are changing, and so that's the relative decimals. So it's like 20 decimals quieter. You can actually turn it down to basically off. I don't think you'd ever want to go too much higher. You'd start blasting your speakers, okay? But you can change it. Now, that's changing the sound for the whole clip. You can, what they say is rubber band it, and to rubber band it, you can create little keyframes again. And so what you do here is you hold the control key, and you can see that the mouse becomes a little bit of a plus on top of that. And I can put little dots in there. And so I can put as many as I want. And if I don't like one, I can just select it and delete it just like before. And the key thing with these guys is that you can start to drag it down, okay, and move it. And you can also move it left and right, so it doesn't have to be right in the right spot right away. You can change its position. So if I bring it up, okay, then I could bring this one down, and I could bring this one down, okay, and then say this one back up, okay? So let's just say you wanted to sort of it to quiet down, so it's at higher volume, and then it will drop off. And if it was too slow of a drop off, I can just move it in, right? Increase the steepness there. Same thing here, okay? And so then it would be very quiet, and then it would ramp up again. And that way you could, right, transition at the end of the video or the beginning of the video with the sound, okay? So you could bring sound in, raise it up, and bring it down. And that way you could have multiple sound tracks, right? So there's multiple audio tracks here. You can bring that in. There it is, okay, and do the same thing. I won't go through that same process, but it would be just for audio or with the audio connected with your video. It's basically the same process there. Okay, so I'll just leave that there for you to play around with.